Music. Here we are. I think I already set the deck on the deck hub, but let me double check. Yes, it is set on the deck hub. Alright. Head over here, get some stuff ready. Hello, Warlord, and I think I saw Noosern there in the mod section. So I noticed today, while I was going over some settings, that Better Twitch TV actually has a section for emotes. I'm kind of curious if that would allow everybody to use those emotes. Because I could make 5 more, and I can make it the best 5 as the Twitch emotes. And then the other 5, the Better TV emotes. Although it would take me a little bit to think up the emotes. I think it should be ready. Constructed. Set up Grixis. There we go. I don't think we need the cat cam on because cat's not even there. Oh. Wrong one. Alright, not too shabby. Let's see, our turn 2 is possibly Legion's End. Our turn 3 could be Narset or Bedevil, so we want to make sure to try to be able to accommodate both Narset and Bedevil, so we want to go Watery Grave. Alright. Again, we want to accommodate both Narset and Bedevil. So next turn, either Steam Vent will allow me to. Although, I think we'll probably be using Legion's End next turn. Most likely. Yep, we're definitely using Legion's End. In fact, Watery Grave will allow us to do both Bedevil and Narset as well. Oh wow, I got a Steamkin out of the hand, along with him having an Experimental Frenzy there as well. It's pretty good. Definitely a lot of value off for Legion's End. And because we know he's probably going to be using Experimental Frenzy next turn, I'm going to try and amp up the pressure on him and go with our Nicobolus. Unfortunately, our Bedevil doesn't work on enchantments, so we can't do anything about the Experimental Frenzy there. Does he have 2 removal spells for Nico? Or Nico? Did I just give him a nice target? A juicy target for 2 burn spells? Nope. Nope. Unmoored Ego. Okay. So, what would I want to pick off of Unmoored Ego, which would try and guarantee me the win? I mean, I have no way of dealing with the Experimental Frenzy. I've already gotten rid of 2 Steamkids, so the likelihood of another Steamkid is probably low. Maybe I just don't need the Unmoored Ego. I don't even think Chain Whirler is honestly that much of a problem because of our Bedevil or Ritual Soot. I think maybe we just start taking control of this game because of the Planeswalker advantage we're going to hold on to. Oh yeah, this is looking good. See, this one also picks Artifact. It can't work with an enchantment, but the Enter the God Eternal. Really nice touch, giving us life and getting rid of the Lava Runner, also giving us a little protector down below. I could also go with the Nicobolus, but he would just remove stuff from my hand. So I think Lava Runner is probably the best way to go. Ah, so he had to land on top. Okay. I was hoping to get another Steamkin off of the top, but that didn't end up being... Nice, nice. I think this one is going to look like a pretty good win. Sweet. The best part is red deck is usually the worst matchup for this deck because this doesn't really have too much life gain. However, I did notice they put the Enter the God Eternal in the main board, so it does have some life gain. And I think that life gain probably saved our butts. That's not too bad. Okay. I'm not really sure what he's playing. I don't really think I want to go with my Unmoored Ego just yet. Maybe just going with our Angroth Rampage isn't a terrible choice. And this will kill his Paradise Druid despite the Hexproof, which is always great. Also got multiple ways to manage. What the heck is that? Okay. He also gave us some more information. I guess this is a... Okay, I guess he wants stuff in the graveyard. Let's see. This is a 3-drop. We want converted mana cost 2 or less.
I want to know what he said.
I'm busy. I think we're going to wait until we see what his win condition is before we get rid of that. For some reason, I was thinking power 2 or less. So I guess there's nothing I can really do there. And that card really isn't a threat in any way. So we'll just let it go.
When you have time.
B-Devil can work on any target. Another one, huh? That's kind of a bummer. Sure? Do I even bother? Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, if I top deck a Narset or a Nicol, I probably don't want him to have extra creatures onto the battlefield. Yep, there we go. Also, he missed his land drop. I just noticed that. I went with the plus because I feel like the minus leaves Nicol too exposed. And also, I wanted a card. I see our opponent has decided on an Undergrowth deck now that I see this Loliath Giant. I'm not really sure what I would want to remove with the Unmoored Ego. Actually, I know exactly what to remove with the Unmoored Ego, but I'm not really sure this is that kind of deck. I know I would want to remove the Mulder Hulk, but there's no guarantee he's actually running Mulder Hulk. Embodiment of Agonies, okay. Ritual Soot's a really nice card to top deck with that. I probably should have used the Ritual Soot first because now he can sacrifice a creature. But if he does sacrifice a creature, then I'll just use the Angroth Rampage and hold on to the Ritual. This one is very spicy jank matchup. Oh, interesting. A Cavalier. Okay. Glad I got to avoid that. I assume he dumped that because it was a 5-drop. Actually, let's go ahead and do this first. That way he doesn't sacrifice the Llanowar Elf. I see what you got going on there. So he's trying to get to Golgari Raiders, which has haste. And he's got 7 creatures in his graveyard, is that correct? Yeah. Alright. We might as well just get rid of it now. We don't need our, so it's Golgari Raiders. We don't need our Nicol dying to anything with haste now, do we? Also, we get to see what's in his deck. So he's got Izoni, which is problematic. Cavalier. Another Cavalier. Alright, Bond of Revival. And 1 copy of Mulder Hulk. Only 1. Interesting. This one doesn't really feel all that terrible, to be honest. And we got rid of his only haste creature, so our Nicol pretty much has a guaranteed way of living through this. regardless, we have another, but that's besides the point. I guess he didn't draw a land. Oh, no he did. I could get a +2 off of the, to get us closer to our 8 here. Ooh, our Chandra could give us a haste. Haste as well. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep on going with our card advantage, though. I feel card advantage is pretty important. Alright, what else do I have in here? Nothing? Okay. I could theoretically drop this Chandra and minus to get the Unmoored Ego, but to be honest, there's really nothing in there. Maybe I just start applying pressure? Get rid of a Planeswalker. I mean, we're just kind of rolling right through this one, aren't we? Oh, that's what that's for. Okay. I get it now. Don't know why I didn't see that before. I didn't connect that part right there, but yeah, I guess Chandra is a little bit of a speed up the win condition here, so that is a good game. Legendary creature, Planeswalker. That's absolutely not legendary. Alright. Not too shabby. Very interesting game there. 2-0, pretty good start. Better than our Feather deck's start, that's for sure. Interestingly enough, Feather was having problems with lands. Meanwhile, we're playing a tricolor deck, and we're not really having problems with lands, despite having double and triple devotion. I mean, I wouldn't call them basic combos. I mean, you gotta remember, these are cards that normal people don't necessarily play that often anymore. Some combos get lost, forgotten. Basic, okay. Okay. So we got multiple things here. I think we're gonna go. We want the Legion's End though, so we can see his hand. I think that's gonna be important, especially if he drops this. Okay, nothing. I didn't expect that.
You, my friend, are rated E for excellent.
I appreciate the follow. Okay, I'm not understanding what's with all this burn. I mean, I guess all this burn is actually pretty good considering Nicobolas is a really good card to have out when your opponent's out of burn cards. Especially when he works his way down the amount of cards in his hand. We might get to... Nope. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Can't deal with the Experimental Frenzy in any way. And that last card in his hand is virtually pointless now. Little disappointing. Okay, another Experimental Frenzy off the top gives me a little bit of hope. Narset's not the worst top deck here. I could really use an Enter the Gods Eternal, that's for sure. Especially considering I'm down to 10 life. Obviously, he's gonna get a creature very soon. A little surprised I'm seeing multiple red decks, despite not seeing them all week with the rest of the decks that I've been playing. Actually, not just all week, all last 2 weeks. There's the Steedkin I definitely wanted to get rid of with our Legion's End. Then again, I've got multiple ways of dealing with stuff on his end. I think we're going to go with... Chandra Awaken Inferno. That's not too shabby. So let's see. I could go with Legion's End and Angroth's Rampage and hold on to the Enter the God Eternal. I mean, no matter what, we have to kill the Steedkin. The question, I think I just have to get rid of the 2 creatures now. That just seems to be the smartest course of action, and hold on to the life gain, because I don't think I'm going to lose 10 life in 1 turn. But I could be wrong. Luckily, he got 2 lands off of his Light Up the Stage, which obviously with Experimental Frenzy out, he's not going to want to use. Do I question Red's ability to burn? Maybe. A little. Maybe I should have used the Enter the Gods Eternal, because it doesn't look like he's getting a creature, which... in hindsight, may have been a pretty poor decision on my part. If you're wondering why I did nothing there, it's because of this Steedkin. I figured he was going to start with the Steedkin and go off from there, but in the end it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Bummer. Like I mentioned, red deck is definitely the worst matchup for Grixis. And I hadn't seen red deck in like 2 weeks, so I figured red deck or Grixis would stand a pretty good chance at doing quite well. But I guess red deck has resurged for 1 day and 1 day only. Seems odd. Unless constructed is based on your deck strength. No, this is not. There's no way this is a coincidence. If this is a 3rd mono red deck in a row, I mean that's almost proof that this is based on constructed is based on strength, and the decks that I've been using the last 2 weeks are not in the same strength field, or 3 weeks actually. Alright, well, the Enter the God Eternal is a pretty good draw there. It is another mono red deck. I have the Bedevil option. I think I'm just going to get rid of the Steve Kid just because I want him to use all of his mana on Chain Whirler. Seems like the right idea. Alright, now things become interesting. Cast down makes it even more interesting, but I think we're gonna go with the Narset here. I assume he burns it after I get the usage off because he can't prevent my first usage. Makes sense. Legion's End isn't terrible. Okay. So it's the first mono red deck that didn't get Experimental Frenzy on turn like 3 or 4. Seems pretty good if you ask me. Good top deck there. If it was a land, I could have got Nicobolas, which would have been equally as good of a top deck. Ah. Sorcery speed. Nice. Ah, and then he's going to kill his own Ember Hauler. That's a nice 2-for-1, if you ask me. So essentially, the only way he wins this is if he gets the Experimental Frenzy early. Now, of course, I don't have double red. It's kind of a useless top deck. There we go. Now we start making our opponent discard lands because he can't do anything else. So unless he gets Experimental Frenzy, this one is probably done. Shock doesn't really do much. I think we're going to probably start applying some pressure here. And you know what? We'll pay the 2 as well. Since we have the Enter the God Eternal, we can do that. Alright, nice. Good stuff. So, 3 mono red decks does not seem very fair if you ask me, considering it's one of the worst matchups despite us getting 2 wins off of it. Or one of the worst matchups. I guess technically it's still pretty unfavored against Esper. Ooh. Sure, why not? I don't like mulliganing, but maybe that was probably a mulligan hand. Hello, Brute? Brute Akbar? Yes, we've got our Team Aether tourney this Saturday. Unfortunately, it's not the 10 packs that it usually is, but still a seemingly decent reward. I did read something about that in the patch notes, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. I'm a little surprised he picked the Cast Down over the Nicobolas. That just seemed kind of a bad decision to me, unless he's playing the more mid-rangey version. Unmoored. Oh, so is he gonna get rid of my Nicobolas? And he wanted to get a 2-for-1 right there. Is that why he got rid of the Cast Down? Yep. Okay. Nicobolas isn't our only win condition, so I don't not necessarily worried about that. You got rid of 2 cards in my hand that I can't play. I'm going to get to draw 2 cards. So it's not the worst. I don't have anything in my hand that's playable after I lose the Nicol Dragon God. He's spending an awful lot of time looking through my deck, which is probably not great. Alright, well I get to take a look at his hand, so what goes around comes around. Deputy Detention. Okay. Well, Deputy is literally of no mind. Like, I don't mind Deputy whatsoever. I got plenty of removal for Deputy. I figured out... I see why I got rid of the cast down now. I don't necessarily want to use this yet. I feel like if I wait one more turn, maybe I get... But maybe he... No. Okay. I was thinking maybe Teferi, but no. Command the Dreadhorde seems like a really good target right there. So I think I made the right decision. Nice. Best part is if he does remove it with his Deputy of Detention and we cast down, we get to discard another card in his hand. But he removed his Deputy, which means, well, he's got something else planned for Nikki. Unfortunately, he can't deal with enchantments, as we mentioned before. Only artifacts, so that search, not great. And that top deck, not great right here. And that converts as Azcanta, which means this might be the beginning of the end for me. Alright, well, it's almost like land or bust. Yep, wow, that is really bad. Like, really, really bad top deck. I mean, a double red. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't have double red for this Chandra, so I would have to get a red land. Specifically. He doesn't know about the Bedevil, so he might consider plussing here. That's what we hope. Nope. I think we're done here. Yeah, I think it's Big Chandra or it's over. Wow. That is just bad. I mean, this Bedevil on Teferi that's not really a threat just doesn't seem like a good play. Then again, if I do top deck the land that I need, I can't really play it anyways because I'll be playing Chandra, so I guess we just do it now. I think we're done anyways. Like I mentioned, I can't imagine this is a very good matchup, and now I've kind of confirmed that Mono Red's definitely a better matchup than Esper is. I kind of knew that already, but I can't believe this guy is playing Azcanta in his Esper deck. That seems really odd. I mean, it's working, but it's old and it's slightly jank now. Well, that's not red, so I might as well fucking give up. I mean, Azcanta is gonna have me beat real soon. Well, hope we can get our entry fee back at least. Alright, we got our double red. In fact, we got a lot more than double. Another mono red. That cannot be a coincidence. If anything, I honestly believe this is kind of just proof that the system is based on deck strength. There's just no way. Mono red must just not be matching up with my other decks. It just wouldn't make any sense that it would be played so much today, because nobody just decides all of a sudden I'm gonna play mono red all at once. And all my stream videos can pretty much confirm that. Alright, we got ourselves a Nicobolus. Got multiple other options as well. Ember Hauler, that's okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a Nicky B here. Get him to waste a burn spell and an Ember Hauler, or 2 burn spells. Considering he had to drop a Lightning Strike, that's probably pretty good for me. And if he wastes so much and I got another Nicky B, I can't imagine this will end too well for him. Oh! Oh my. Okay. I don't think the Chandra is going to really be all that effective in finishing him off, but it is a good deflection. Devil, nice top deck there. I probably could have used the Unmoored Ego since I already know I'm using V-Devil, so that's probably a misplay on my part, actually. Could have named Experimental Frenzy and saw what it was hand at least. Okay. Okay, that's a little bad. It's a little scary. That's not great. Hold on. Hello? Fuck off. My vehicle's extended warranty. Ugh, stupid calls. So, I guess I'm gonna have to name something that does triple damage here. Skewer the Critics, I guess? Okay, so he's Shock and Experimental Frenzy, so he still could top deck Victory. Yeah, he could top deck a Victory in a lot of ways with that Shock. Probably should have considered keeping the Nickabol's Therapy. Top deck's a Lava Runner, but at this point I feel kind of desperate. I think this top deck right here is going to do it if he wins or loses. Three. I mean, if I didn't attack, I probably didn't have victory the following turn, so I don't really regret it. I just really bummed that I can't catch any luck, catch a break. This is... Oh, I don't even have this deck on my spreadsheet now that I think about it. 9-6. We got ourselves a 2-1. Okay, that's actually my first time getting a rare off of 3 wins. Still doesn't really make it worth it, but it's different. Very, very, very shocking to see so much mono red. I mean, that doesn't make any sense that 4 out of 6 games would be mono red. Makes 0 sense considering I haven't seen mono red in literally weeks. Like factually weeks. Like, maybe 1 mono red game in 20 something. Okay, so I guess we're playing against Keithis Legendaries. Well, we know exactly what we're going to name with Unmoored Ego, that's for sure. Doesn't necessarily matter. Oh, he doesn't have double blue. Oh, he's got the black, though. I guess I'm going to go with the Teferi, because I know I'm going to name Keith this next turn. Yeah, that's probably not the worst to have, either. Now, the question is, how do you spell Keithis? Well, figured it out. There it is. Alright, let's see. What else ticks in Keithis that could technically get him a win? I guess now his win condition is mill? I mean, his win condition is essentially mill and in bad creatures, it looks like. And I feel like the Nickabolus really helps with that mill win condition. Double check, I've got everything here. Yeah. So he's actually able to use that Urza's Ruinous Blast, but it doesn't do anything against Nickabolus or Nickabolus. And it looks like he top-decked a land. Obviously he's switched his idea to now attacking. Ooh. Actually, I could use Thought Eraser, Angroth's Rampage. Get rid of Urza. Well, I'm not really worried about the Urza. Yeah, we'll just do this. He's obviously going to get rid of the land. Felipe, okay. So I've got 43 cards. Okay, I got less than 43 cards. That doesn't seem like a good attack. I don't understand. Oh, did he get Othakaya? Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Not sure that really helps too much against my Nikki B. Nice. Enter the Gods Eternal. Help me. Well, doesn't really do anything, does it? It just gets rid of his creature, because I'm not milling myself, that's for sure. And he's got a legendary... Well, now he's got 2 planeswalkers, so my Nicol -8 isn't exactly all that effective. Interesting. What does he do? Mox Amber? Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Another Angros Rampage. I'll take... Oh, shit. I forgot the stupid Tamiyo. Well. Oops. Do I really want to mill myself faster? Do they go? They go back to the bottom, right? Yeah, they do. Okay. Oh wait, I can't kill Tamiyo with Angroth either, because he can't sacrifice, right? Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay. So that Tamiyo's never leaving the board, that's for sure. So Nicobolos -8 is definitely out of the question. Oh, is he gonna get the Ashiok again for extra milling? Well, that's not gonna be great. The crappy thing is he didn't play his Teferi. Oh. Well, he didn't play his Teferi, so now my Okay. Okay. So let's do this. Let's kill the Tamiyo. Let's figure out what we got off the top here. Unmoored Ego. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna take that. Let's go ahead and get rid of Teferi Time Reveler. I think he's gone through all of his Tamiyos. I don't really want to give him an extra card, but yeah, let's get rid of Teferi. He does have 1 Tamiyo, and he was about to draw it too. Okay, now that we know he's got the Diligent Excavator in hand, we're going to hold the Legion's End for that. Alright, we've still got 24 cards, so we've got time. We've got ways to deal with him. Alright, so he did get 2 Diligent Excavators, which is going to make our Legion's End all that much better. Nice. And he's not going to have the mana to play that unless he gets rid of Mox Amber. But we did get this cast down, so... Okay, well, it didn't matter. So be it. We got the Angros Rampage and Enter the Gods Eternal. We really do have just a little bit of everything. He did top the card there. I don't like that. So first of all, let's go ahead and plus and see if he'll get rid of Teshar regularly. Nope, gets rid of the land. Okay, makes sense. Make sure to mill him because I need my cards. So we got rid of the card on top that he wanted. We get to hold our cast down and Bedevil. Alright, good. I felt like we dealt with Keithus just fine. Little surprised someone's playing Kethis in best of 1. That's actually the first time I've seen that. I personally haven't really tried Kethis. I'm not a combo deck person. Just like the last rotation, the 100 life artifact deck, I was really bad at playing. Combo decks just are not my thing. Wouldn't even call Kethis a combo deck. You can build it to just be a good grind deck. I would call it a combo deck. It seems pretty reliant on the combo of Kethis and, well, the Grave. It's got a lot of ways to get Kethis back onto the court, so it seems really reliant on, well, Kethis. Comboing with the Grave. So, I mean, maybe we just have different definitions of combo deck, but I'd like to think that's a combo deck. Anything where you're playing like multiple things in one turn to try and get one penultimate plan or one crazy combo just seems like a combo deck to me. Trickster. Oh crap, this is UG Flash. Well, that means our Nickables is never gonna see the light of day. I can, however, Angaroth's Rampage this, have it get countered, and Legion's End. Take a look at what he's got. So there's the negate. Okay, well, it wasn't exactly the counter to Nickabolus, but getting a look at his hand is pretty important. So Syncopate would definitely have countered our Nickabolus. So would Sinister Sabotage. So we're holding up Bedevil to counter the Night Pack Ambusher that is pretty much guaranteed going to throw in. It does suck a little bit that he's got all of those counters. So if I were to throw down Narset, that would have him use a Syncopate. Both of them seem like really bad options. Everything in my hand just seems to not work with the with his counters. I mean, we gotta get him out of there one at a time, I guess. It just feels really bad doing it, knowing he has counters to throw out. I hope he throws out a Synco. Well, it doesn't really matter what I hope he throws out, because they're all useful against Nickabolus. Land, not that great there. Aetherhub now has a merch store. Yes, there are game mats, I believe. He's still working on actual like t-shirts and hoodies and whatnot, which is what I'm excited for. Because I will definitely be hitting up a hoodie once he gets it, you know, to show my appreciation. And I'll have something to stream in. Because, you know, showing off my support with Aetherhub by wearing Aetherhub gear seems like a pretty good idea. Helps my brand, helps his brand. This is why I have a couple copies of those God Eternals to help eat counter spells. Well, that's something, I guess. So, let's just start using these Ritual of Soots. Well, let's see what's on top first. Land. Land isn't the worst top deck, because that means I get to go with Nicobolus and Ritual Soot in the same turn. My only problem is, I don't know how many counter spells he's holding on to. I think it's a risky play keeping the land on top, but it might be the only way to win. This is absolutely getting countered, there's no question about it. I do like that he kept a Syncopate, because that's the worst of the counters. The hard counter would have been... See, there we go. There we go. So next turn we get to Ritual Soot. He'll obviously counter that, which is going to take all of his mana with Syncopate. Actually, no, the other way around. We should, Damn, now I got multiple things I want to do. Because if I drop the Nicobolus, or if I drop the Ritual Soot, he counters it. Those go up to 3-2 and 5-4, which makes my Nicobolus somewhat useless, actually. Now I kind of have to throw out the Nicobolus to make sure I don't die. I could use the Bedevil. That feels kind of bad, though. Don't drop the Night Pack. Don't drop the Night Pack. For the love of God, please make this Bedevil play not the bane of my existence. Damn it. Of course. Why wouldn't he have Night Pack? Okay. Alright, well. Going second, I feel like I did the best I could. My mid-range deck didn't really stand a chance against a deck full of counters. To be honest, this hand is pretty garbage too, but I will keep it despite not having double blue nor double red. Alright, well we have double red. I'm not really sure I wanted the Chandra all that much. Okay, at least that gives me a nice idea of what I'm dealing with. Tajik and Gideon, both options seem pretty bad. I assume he's obviously going to go with... if I get rid of Blackblade, he'll go with Tajik. If I get rid of Tajik, he'll go with Blackblade. So, this one will deal 3 damage to me, and I can kill it with Angrath's Rampage. This will also deal 0 damage to me, and I can get rid of the Angrath's Rampage, so the Tajik is the better removal, or the better card to remove. Next turn, Angroth's Rampage, get rid of the Gideon. Now, my only problem... Actually, you know what? I don't really have a problem here. Because what's going to happen is... I can play the Angroth's Rampage from the grave with Chandra, which pretty much allows me to kill the Lyra Dawnbringer on command. Unless, of course, he's got another Gideon, which becomes very problematic. Let's see, this dies to one hit from Gideon. Damn it! Damn it! All my combos are freaking dead because of that Gideon. Oh my gosh. Oh. I mean, he's obviously going to play the Lyra next turn, but I guess in theory, if he doesn't get a land for the Lyra, the Unmoored Ego's the better choice, but I don't like either one. So fingers crossed he doesn't get his 5th land, but let's be honest, knowing our luck, he'll absolutely have a 5th land. Or have something with 5 toughness, which, you know, goes around my Enter the God Eternal. So, all around, pretty bad. Okay, that makes a better... That's better out of... Makes a bad situation at least manageable. Make sure we've got Angroth's Rampage mana, which we do. Get rid of Lyra Dawnbringer. Alright, so he does have... Okay, so he's got Sarkhan. That's the only really worrisome card, other than more Aurelias. Alright, and we get rid of the Gideon, because there's no way of really dealing with it. Now we hope he doesn't play the Tide Taker, that way I could Chandra into the Angroth's Rampage, but I don't imagine that's happening. Yeah, I didn't think so. Enter the Gods Eternal on Tide Taker is just overkill. And Chandra would just die if I play her. Even if I minus immediately. I can't play Ritual of Soot because of the Aurelia. I guess, unfortunately, the problem is that then if I kill the Tide Taker with the Enter the Gods Eternal, he gets a Flying Spirit token, which, of course, my God Eternal token won't do anything with. I almost feel like I just kind of have to pick the Aurelia, and from there I have a blocker, but then his Shock obviously kills the Tide Taker, so it's all around a bad situation. Maybe I can get lucky and trade the Spirit token with the zombie. But he's obviously just going to have Aurelia on defense, so that's probably not going to work out. Of course, I top decked a land in a really pivotable situation. Why wouldn't I top deck something like a land? Question is, can I play Chandra and enter? Nope. probably going to lose this one pretty horribly. Alright, and then our Chandra's gonna die. We can't attack with our zombie token because of the shock. Then again, really, that was probably a smart play. He's most likely got more removal where that came from. So, overall, seems like Grixis is still pretty bad in best of 1. Shocks nobody. Yep, we're dead. We're dead because of the Resplendent Angel pump after the Aurelia, Mentor. Oh, I see Shadow's back. I can turn that on. Although, it appears the light is in the way. Alright, I think I'll do something with that in just a moment here. Alright, so obviously, I guess because, Actually, I kind of want that. I'll probably draw another one, let's be honest. I've also got another Surveil off of that. Okay, well, it does not appear that that is getting any better, and the light is pretty bright. But I got so many options. Obviously, we want him to play the Branch Walker. Nice. Can't take it because of the land. Also, we really want to get the Ritual Soot next turn, which means we need a black land, specifically. Okay, well, now I don't really regret that dump of Steam Vents, because I couldn't use it. Okay, well, that is a bummer. And I'll probably be taking too much damage next turn, so I guess we're probably going to have to go with the, let's see, this deck doesn't really have Planeswalkers, so it's probably best to use the Angros Rampage. Oh wait, the Bolas Citadel is an artifact. I probably want to hold on to that. Yeah, we'll just hold the cast down. Not that it matters, the Unmoored Ego is going to get rid of the Bolas Citadel for later. that makes our ritual set that much better if we do manage to get it. And of course he's got a Bolas Citadel on top, but he doesn't have the land, so that actually makes this really good. And he kept it too, which means he's got no play next turn. Okay, well, that is not good. Oh. I just broke everything. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, where'd that camera fall down to? Alright, so he did end up playing his Bolas Citadel. What? You only played 2 copies? Really? Esper Control plays more copies than, well, just as many copies as that. Seems pretty bad. Okay, come on, Cord. Stay up. Alright, well, it's not getting any better than that. I may need to consider moving. Whatever. That's staying off. I'll have to consider moving the lamp to the other side and see if that affects the light whatsoever. Well, that is a pass. No blue. Do I take the risk on this one? I mean, I got 2, 3, 4, 5. Going second with 2 removal spells. Fuck it, why not? We're probably playing mono red anyways, and we're probably dead anyways. Yep, what do you know? It is mono red, so there was no chance at winning this one to begin with. We did get lucky, though, with the blue land. I really wish B-Devil picked enchantments. It would have made it a really all-around good card. Okay, so actually, it's not terrible. It's not mono red. So I get 1 turn to see what he's playing with here. If he's playing Arclight Phoenix... No, he's playing Wizards. Okay. Alright, well, Wizards doesn't play Planeswalkers, so... Angroth Rampage, get rid of that. I feel slightly advantaged in the Wizard matchup, just because it's slower than Mono Red, despite having more bigger creatures. I'm not really sure what Wizards has in... Some Wizard... You know what? I think I got time to check and see the article. I know there was an article written on Channel Fireball. I just want to see if that deck was running Spell Pierce or not. Is it Wizards? Rawls, Outburst, Infuriate, Opt, Wizard like... Okay, we're good here. Yeah, I don't see any counter spells. Unless he's playing the Wizard deck that I have, which does indeed have counter spells. Crap! I guess I wasn't going to be able to stop the response anyways. Glad I got rid of the shock, though. It's one less shock to hit Nicobolas. Then again, I could play 5 mana Nicobolas. +1. Don't have removal, though. Seems kind of bad if he's got a Lightning Strike. And all of his creatures do have haste. I think we probably want to get just good old Nicky B, the creature, out. If my Nicobolas is going to die, it's going to die to 2 burn spells. Okay. Ah, okay. That's better. Let's go ahead and see what he's got in his hand, and then let's make a decision on what we're going to unmort Ego. Oh! Wow. Not really sure what I'm looking for here. I just had the wizard list up, but there aren't really a lot of good wizards. And they don't have graveyard stuff. So that decision is kind of difficult to make. I can go ahead and check the article again real fast. Dreadhorde Arc... Oh, God Eternal... Nope, that would put it back at the top. Oh, no, but it wouldn't be removed from the battlefield. So I guess God Eternal... Oh, Kefnet is probably the worst. God Eternal Kefnet is probably the worst. Okay, no Kefnet. Jesus, that's a lot of burn. Dreadhorde Arcanus would have been my second choice. Yeah, I figured. Alright, well we can hope he doesn't get a haste creature. Although I doubt that's going to happen. I'm sure he will. He quit despite me being at 6th life? That seems bad. I mean, he had so many outs. He had 2 cards in his hand. That guy's just kind of a quitter. Okay. Interesting. Legion's End, Chandra, double red. Alright, it's not the worst. Although, if it's a control deck, we're just downright roasted. Okay, Azorius control, or Azorius Guildgate does not give me a lot of hope. B-Devil doesn't really do a whole lot either. I think we're playing Field of the Dead, which to be honest isn't the worst. We do have one Legion's End for Field of the Dead later. Or for some zombie tokens if things start getting out of hand. We do have land to try and get to our Nicobolas faster. We do have the triple black, which is the important part of Nicobolas. He didn't pay the life, which is a little surprising. Nice, nice. So we do have a next turn Nicobolas. I doubt he plays a creature I want to be Devil over Nico. Actually, you know what? We have be Devil anyways, regardless. We can use it on his turn. Unless, of course, he plays Teferi, which there's nothing I could do about that. But I feel like if he had Teferi, probably would have played it already. Or he would have paid the land, or paid the life for it. Hello, Telsar. Telsar, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little while. So now we've got him in an interesting dilemma. Ah, yes, it is nice to see Grixis, but Grixis is not doing well. By any means. Unfortunately, Grixis is doing kind of poor against... We've been playing a lot of mono red, but, I mean... You kind of expected Grixis to be poor. It doesn't have a lot of mass removal other than a few things here. But I expected it to do pretty poor. I just figured I would do a little bit better than I'm doing now. Which I went 3-3. Now it's going to be what appears to be another 3-3. Alright, so we get another Nicobolas, we get to go +1, we get to kill the Teferi with our Chandra. I decided to go with the Nicobolas +1 over the Teferi +1. Because the exiling is pretty important. I don't want to give him more lands than he has to, I just kind of want to get rid of stuff. Get rid of ammo, essentially, from his hand. What am I doing? Alright, I don't necessarily need the Scry just yet, because I want the Nicobolas off the top. You never know what kind of crap can happen, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. This Nicobolas could somehow get removed like the other Teferi, or like he has another Teferi, does the same thing, you never know. Hydroid Grixis, okay, well that's a nice target for... Well, Legion's End, B-Devil, to be honest, there's a whole lot of targets. I think we're going to go with the B-Devil, though, because, well, we don't want him. We want to save the Legion's End for this. Well, now he doesn't have the Scape Shift anymore. I don't really see a target for that Thought Eraser. Obviously, he's going to just discard one of the lands. the one Chandra tech now, I do see that it gets you to the Nicobol's win condition faster. Guess the Scry came in handy there. Hey, we did have the Legions then, just in case he does somehow top deck Scape Shift, but doesn't... Wow. Top deck Scape Shift. Unbelievable. I removed the Scape Shift, he top decks another one. Okay. It's a good thing I kept this Legion Zen. Oh wait, do I just win? What's my... My Nicobolus just wins it, regardless of the Legion Zen, but we're gonna make it feel bad. Obviously, we're gonna want to kill all the zombies before we win. But we're gonna make him feel bad first, because you know he top deck Escape Shift, and that doesn't seem fair. We're gonna do this one first, and then we're gonna do that before I -8. He's the one who didn't quit. Well, I guess we got our entry fee back, so I guess that's good. Can I get a rare? Can I get 20 gems? Which I assume it's gonna be 20 gems. I haven't gotten too many M20 cards lately. I haven't gotten too lucky to get M20 cards. What do you know? I got the can to work. Oh, vampire. Okay, that's interesting. Glad this guy's playing something different. Unfortunately, my new lamp kind of makes the spot that Shadow's sitting on pretty bad. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I bought a new. It's supposed to be a selfie lamp, but it's more or less just a good streamer lamp because it's really good with like lighting, as you can see here. I can make it too bright, which is perfect. Make it pretty low. In fact, I could even change the color. I don't have double black. Ooh, okay. A turn 3 play doesn't feel like a bad top deck, to be honest. But the lack of black land, I think we're just gonna... Was thinking, man. Was thinking. This deck is really hard to play. It's not like it's Esper where all the plays are obvious. Alright, black land, black land. There we go. Good. I think we're going to get the extra value off our Ritual Soot. And we got our 5th land too for our Enter the God Eternals. So I don't think he does any 5 toughness creatures, if I recall. 4 toughness is the biggest as it gets. Oh, nice. Well, let's go ahead and make him discard something. He can't cast down that, so that's good. I assume he discards a cast down. No, he discards a land. Okay, that makes sense. Puts me in a pretty good position. Okay, gives up. I mean, to be honest, we had Legion's End and cast down, so I mean, I didn't have to get the board wipe. I just wanted the board wipe, and I knew I had the time, so I guess I'm gonna get the rare. That's nice. I still don't think this deck is doing very well. in Constructed, but you know, it's doing better than Boros Feather, which is pretty crazy because I think Boros Feather's league's better than this deck. In best of 1 too. Not too shabby. I'm not a fan of going second a lot of these games, but whatever. Shadow, quit licking the TV. Literally licking the TV. I kid you not. Can't make that shit up. Of course the lamp is too bright. Well, you can't really see her anyways. Oh well. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I was really getting scared that it was going to be Esper. Oh. Oh my. Okay. Those Sarkons scare me. However, he is pretty far away from 5 lands. Maybe I can beat him there. Beat him to 5. Angross Rampage, not too shabby. Don't play a land, don't play a land. Yes! Alright, perfect. Nice, got rid of the second copy of Sarkon. Like it. A Johnny Strength of the Pride. Okay, interesting. Well, decisions. Because of the shock, I'm going to play this out as expected. We're going to hold up the Bedevil. Use Bedevil when he plays his Planeswalker, which I assume is the Sarkon, if he gets the 5th Lana, which he did. It is Sarkon. I assume he does the minus like any sane person would. Alright, now we get to plus. It is a little bit of a bummer that he's going to get to -3 his Teferi into my Nicobolus. Oh, nice. We got a Bedevil. That's pretty sweet. Ah, I got rid of the shock. Nice. That definitely means that this Nicobolus that is probably going to live. Because it doesn't really matter because the Teferi can only target one thing here. I assume he gets rid of Planeswalker Nikki B, but Creature Nikki B is also a smart choice just because that's going to force me to use the minus on my other Nicobolus. But he's obviously scared of the bigger Nikki B, makes sense. Alright, let's go ahead and see which card he top decked. Spark Double, okay. Well, he's got nothing to copy now. Actually, we want to keep that because that will convert this Nikki B. Alright, he's out of cards. Holding up a B-Devil. Feel pretty good. Next turn, we got a conversion of our Nikki Bolas. Alright, nice, nice. Well, we got 2 rares. That's all we really needed. Now we're just going to compete for 200 gold. Feels pretty good. Well, that was a major turnaround. We started out 1 and 2. I'm pretty darn sure we started out 1 and 2. So a nice 5 in a row. Wonder how far down I can move the cam. I mean, I've got a pretty decently long cable. Alright, that's as far as it goes. You can kind of see shadow. But it's better than not seeing her at all. Our opponent did a mulligan, which gives me a little bit better feeling. Onboard Ego can also give me a good idea of what we're playing, or can help me manage what we're playing against. Simic Guildgate. Alright, well, if this is what I think it is, if this is Field of the Dead, I've got the Unmoored Ego in hand. Cast down, okay. And he uses a ramp spell here, because why wouldn't he? Alright, please don't drop Field of the Dead. Alright. As long as he doesn't get Field of the Dead out, my Unmoored Ego can really, really do wonders. Booyah! Alright. He still hasn't played a land for this turn, so there's still no guarantee that he doesn't play it. Yes! Alright, sweet. If this isn't Field of the Dead, I am going to be shocked. Booyah! Probably should have looked what was in the deck before I got rid of all of them. May have been a little bit of an oversight. Indeed, Grixis is his win condition right now. The nice thing about this is, this Nicobolus, it is going to be a wicked problem for him. Seven. I cannot believe Grixis got 7. Absolutely can't believe it. Oh my god, I got 3 rares. That is an extremely, extremely rare drop. Alright, so let's see. This was GR for Grixis and CO for Control. And, oh crap, I put that in the wrong line. My bad. Today's date is 9/6. We got 2 losses. GR, CO, and we got 3 rares. Alright. I'm gonna hit the restroom, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on the deck list for anybody who wants to see. Also, I realized that ad could probably cover it up, so I'll put it in the other way. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, last constructed. Shadow's still in the box. Hey, Shadow. Alright, again going second. I seem to go second quite a lot, but I have been getting Thought Eraser literally every single game, so I guess I can't complain too much. Alright, Steamkin. Steamkin's a pretty good target for our cast down. Yeah, I can't let my opponent go off. Then again, I do have a Ritual Soot. I could just try and get as much value as I can out of a Ritual Soot. Alright, he's already got the third land in hand, so we're definitely just going to get rid of that. Work our way toward the Ritual Soot, but I think we're just going to have to use our stuff early. Okay, well that's a little scary. It's a lot of creatures. A lot of burn. Did not manage to draw a land either, so I don't feel confident. Alright, well there's nothing really to use Bedevil on other than, well, a creature in this matchup. I can't hit Experimental Frenzy with Bedevil, so might as well just use it there. Use up my mana. I assume he hits me with the Lightning Strike and the Shock to get maximum effectiveness off of Lava Runner. Hold Bedevil for Chandra? If he's got Chandra, I deserve to lose this. I mean, there's almost no chance this guy has Chandra. Alright, well he played those in the wrong order, which makes me feel good, but looks like not going to matter. And that doesn't really matter that it's on top. He should have played those Lightning Strike to the face, then play Lava Runner. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. He didn't have two instants in their grave. Never mind, I guess it's not that bad. Alright, so he's out of cards, but we're taking an awful lot of damage here. We're dead to literally just about anything. I'm not really sure how I'm going to manage to come out ahead on this one. I mean, that's one way. Doesn't really matter, but I'll do this one for 3. Well, we're in fingers crossed mode. We can only fingers crossed that he draws land after land after land after land. I could double up on the Chandra emblems. Yeah, we'll double up on the Chandra emblems just because of the +2. And we're going to use this just because I really need to get Enter the Gods Eternal on top. Yeah, I probably should have drew. I probably should have drawn. You're probably right. I almost feel like my win condition now might be just... Okay, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter. I mean, literally just about any card in his deck could have killed me there, so... Oh well. This deck does not have a lot of ways to deal with mono red because this deck was not designed to play against mono red. Because mono red, it was pretty darn extinct in best of 3. And for some reason, not extinct in best of 1 anymore. It's been extinct for the last 2 weeks, but today it has just managed to make a miraculous comeback out of nowhere. And I literally mean just today. Like, yesterday didn't see it, the day before that didn't see it. I haven't seen it for literally 2 weeks of streams. Mono red has been literally a dead deck in best of 1. Oh, you know what? I think SEK just mentioned it. It was the rank reset. Got people to start playing again, but the thing is, we're playing constructed, but I guess they don't care. It got people to start playing again, and what they probably only have mono red. Oh, okay. I was absolutely expecting mono blue or UG counters, but I will definitely take Merfolk. Okay, well, probably don't need that. I'm gonna need to bedevil that miscloaked Herald next turn. Of course, he top decked a land, got the Water Trap Weaver out. They do run Spell Pierce in a lot of Merfolk decks, so that wasn't necessarily a bad play. Yeah, the new Bedevil animation is pretty cool. I would agree. So he actually doesn't have double blue for the sleep. I could theoretically go into Nicobolas here, but because of that top deck of Cast Down, I feel like I could probably just manage to play around some damage here. Take 1 off of the Jade Light or the Jade Bearer and cast down the Water Trap Weaver. This just doesn't seem like a good deck to play constructed at all. Don't know why anybody would bother trying this one out, but whatever, it helps me. Well, we gave him a target for his sleep. I assume he gets rid of River's Rebuke, that way he can get 1 more damage in. I don't know. Either option's fine with me. Okay, so he wants to River's Rebuke me for 1 card? Is that really what you're gonna do here? Okay, sure. Make sure I got Angroth's Rampage mana. Alright. Good luck coming back from this. I don't even feel good winning that one. It just was a massacre. Then again, he did get 6 lands, which is pretty unfortunate, but I mean, when he's running cards like Sleep and River's Rebuke, it makes me believe that his deck was definitely built around a higher curve, which makes me feel less bad about that. Alright, no red, but I think we could probably get red. Going first is pretty good. Especially with this Unmoored Ego. We could go Thought Eraser into Unmoored Ego. So we'll know exactly what we're dealing with. Okay, well we're dealing with mono red. That made things a lot more simple. Okay. Well, now we got one of two plays here. I don't like either one of them. Oh, no red mana. I kind of want him to use the shock, but I just want the Nickables to have the most optimum conditions to survive in. Playing a little bit of Grixis. Probably not the smartest matchup. Not the smartest deck to be playing in best of one. Make sure I have red. I do. Alright. Experimental Frenzy. Holy shit, he had 2 Experimental Frenzies in his hand. And 1 exactly on the top of the deck. As you can see here. Well, I just gave him draw 2. That's not great for me. Especially since he was going to draw a third one anyways. Alright, so we either top deck something useful, or we top deck a land and convert or Nick a Bullish. Either way, works out. Do I think I can outplay him in the late game? Probably. Now that I know there's no Experimental Frenzy coming, I think I could outplay him in the late game. Oh, wow, I just called his bluff. Okay. That worked out. I think he had to light up, maybe light up the stage. I can't believe he gave up, though. I mean, I was still at 8. I mean, he still had plenty of turns left. I mean, I give up early all the time, but that's when all is lost. All was definitely not lost at that point. It didn't look great, but all was definitely not lost. Okay, interesting. I don't really have any late game. I don't like that. I really took a removal heavy. Okay, so it worked out. It worked out. Wow, it really worked out. What the heck is that? Okay, interesting. I guess it's a good cast down target. Ah, there we go. Nice, nice. Flame Sweep. Not a bad card to remove there. Did not see that coming, but okay, interesting. Let's remove one of the last cards in his hand, I guess. While hand removal is still relevant, might as well remove cards in his hand. Okay. Alright, I think my late game is probably better than his, and I've got the Bedevil just in case bad things happen. Nice, nice, Narset. Yeah, we'll take that. Removal plus creature, I like it. Nisa shakes the world. Okay, well, we gotta be Devil, I guess. I don't like the situation it puts me in, but whatever, I gotta do it. Ooh. I could Thought Eraser and Angroth's Rampage his Nisa. Okay, well that feels a little bad, but we do have Nickabolus on top, so I actually feel less bad. Then again, I do have a Ritual of Soot. I could get rid of a lot of land, but it's probably just smart to get rid of it. I thought about doing the Enter the Gods Eternal play there, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like the right play. It may have been. Okay. Okay. Gotta tell you, that is not good for me. I could do... Unfortunately, I gotta do it. It better tap correctly. Alright, good. Alright, so, gonna take another 3. Rubble Belt Rider. Oh, that's funny. It only where X is the greatest. Oh, creatures you control. Okay. Our win condition at this point is Nicobolas, so we'll just wait and see what kind of creatures he ends up controlling. Three and 1, not too shabby. Only loss being mono red. Still very shocked that mono red is as prevalent as it is. Alright. Pass. Well, it's not better. Well, I mean, it is, slightly. But not a lot better. Knight, okay. At least that dies to the ritual. So we just need a land off the top. Oh. Okay. Well. Which one is the most problematic? Priest. Priest is the most problematic. Good, we got the land on top. That's important. Little surprised he didn't play his Rix Madi Reveler. Seems kind of bad if you ask me. Okay. Now he seems to be really playing poorly? I don't know. Oh, really? This only deals 10 damage, right? No, it doesn't exile. Okay. Chandra doesn't exile either, does she? Ah, it does exile. Okay, Chandra does exile. Perfect. This only kills, right? Yeah, it does. I did not know that Chandra actually exiled, so that's a good thing to learn.
Welcome, friend. Take a seat at the royal circle.
Appreciate the follow there. Is there any way I can get around this? I could do the plus on Chandra here, but then she would just take 4 off of Phoenix. That just doesn't seem like the right play. Oh! I know what to do here. Yes! Appreciate those bits there, Angel. Mon Thur, okay. Oh my god, he picked land. Holy. That was a pretty good top deck for that situation. He's definitely not getting that Mon Thur back, that's for sure. And he put it third from the top too, which makes it even funnier. Alright, I don't think I need to worry too much about hasty creatures. Let's see. I guess War Boss, but War Boss only does a 1/1. Alright, Butcher only does a 1/1. Or 1 damage. In fact, Butcher was actually somewhat helped. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure my planeswalkers are out of killing range from Butcher. GG. Good stuff. Alright, 4. Made quick mincemeat out of that guy. I cannot believe he went all in on that Mon Thur. That did not seem very smart for him. Another red deck. I mean, that's crazy. How dead Mono Red was and not dead anymore. Oh shit, it is not Mono Red. I feel like Mono Red wouldn't have been terrible. Because the Butcher got exiled, I don't think it does any damage, now that I think about it. Alright. Okay. I could really use a land next turn. Enter the Gods Eternal would definitely get me out of a pretty bad bind that I'm currently in. I guess that's not necessarily the worst. Ooh, Ritual Soot. Okay. I think it's probably better to deal with the board right now than take another 2 damage. Another Mayhem Devil, just in time for Enter the God Eternal. Nice, nice. Wow, good stuff. Is that 4, 5, or 6 wins? I honestly lost track. 5, okay. So we got ourselves 1 rare. Wow, who would have thought that this deck would start off very poor and then make a good showing there toward the end. Okay, well, no lands that really help here. I guess we're just gonna have to take it, but drop our Temple of Epiphany and hope we get a land that works. That's not one. Well, that didn't work out. Oh well. Vampires will definitely be a difficult matchup here. Restore, okay. Well, we don't have a Legion's End. If we had a Legion's End, that would be pretty nice. Ritual of Soot definitely makes me feel good. Any of these cards would be really nice to remove. There is always a possibility we top deck Legion's End, so I'm gonna go with the cast down on Sky Marcher. Well, if I got rid of this, that would prevent 3 damage. If I got rid of this, that would also prevent 3 damage. But this one does more damage in the long run. Alright, we need to top deck a shock land. That is not a shock land. I think I need the Scry to get a shock land, and I'm still pretty dead regardless. That's not good. We're gonna take 8 here, which is not fantastic. I think basically it's shock land or doomed here. Still Shockland or doomed. Doomed. I can't believe he played that Knight of the Ebon Legion, though. I mean, he knew that a board wipe would be the only thing that would stop me from, or stop him from winning. So, holding the Knight of the Ebon would have been smarter. I understand playing the extra Sky Marcher, though. Probably not a smart hand to keep. Yeah, Nicobolus is not a good card to have against Mono Red. Doesn't do me a lot of good. As a removal 1 dies to any burn spell. And we don't have a second black source for a ritual, so still pretty bad. Okay, that is... Seriously? Another... Okay. Oh, that is painful. So painful. Not getting a black land hurts even worse. I think we're done here. We might just be done. Bee-Devil. Yeah, we can't even use the Bee-Devil. Okay, so probably need a black land source right now. Otherwise, we're just toast. Obviously, he was going to play the Firebrand to overextend a little bit, but that's just what Mono Red does. So we really, really got to get this Ritual Soot. Alright, it doesn't matter. We're pretty much dead. Just totally and utterly dead. Well, not necessarily. Nope, we're dead. Good game. Bummer. Well, that's it. 5-1 to 5-3, just like that. Alright, let me go ahead and mark this down in our constructed drop rate. This was, today's date is 9/6. We are using GR for Grixis, CO for control. We got ourselves a 2-1. At least we got ourselves a rare. That's very, very important, even if it's a shitty rare like this one. Anyways, that should be it for the night, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging around. We've done our 3 constructeds. Looking forward to, I think there's an event that's going to give unlimited XP pretty soon coming up. I'll definitely be taking part of that. Let's go ahead and see if there's anybody to hit up with a raid from Team Aether. We have Mythic Michaela. We'll do that. Host Mythic Michaela.